People, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, depending ukuthi uyibukele kuphi le video or uyibukele nini. This is Prof Manqanqa once again from Let There Be Light Tutoring, Let There Be Light Tutorials, people. So this is a continuation of the series of videos that I'm doing, people, on the sequence of series and sequence and series. So please, people, I'll post the link below. Make sure go to Kalago part 1 so that all this concept ends a sense. Okay? So remember, people, mathematics is cumulative. So meaning mathematics has some building blocks. So remember, the first topics isiza ukwazi ukuthola the second topics that are coming. It builds up the concept, the principles, the laws, the thinking behind, step by step. So make sure, people, that you don't skip any video, people. Make sure you start afresh. So I'll leave down the links below from the previous part 1 and part 2 videos. So I'll leave down the description below. So make it a point that you rewatch. So remember, people, you do watch them. So remember, people, the last video that we did, we ended here on question number 2.1.3. So that's where people like the corner. So now we're going to move forward, But what I've realized about this question is that it's very interesting, people. It's very interesting. So make it a point that please watch those videos. Watch those videos and then and then isn't also in the sense, because now I'll just continue with this question and this question, and I believe they are also very interesting ones again. And then from there, I think I'll just close down all of this part in a part for you, of which I'll go down the question is a last year November. So I'll do the last year November, the final one exam, and then I'll be closing down this series. This thing is series, my sequence and series, and then people. So let me just go straight to the point. But since we follow up, people, there is something that I also want to so check out. Remember, people, from our previous video, Stolile value lana, people, the maximum value of the quadratic. And remember, that quadratic was given by this formula, people, by this general formula, people. So the maximum value here, the answer here, people, the maximum value, people, here we got it as 136. Sorry. We got it as 136, people. We got it as 136. And then remember that our sequence, it's this one. That's our sequence. And then if you can just write it down, it's 72, 100, and 120 and 132. And then it happens that this maximum term is the fifth term, 136. So this 36 is our maximum value, maximum value of the quadratic sequence. It happens that this is our what? It's our max. It's our maximum value. So this is our what, people? This is its general formula of this sequence. So why I'm stressing out to Kalala? Because, people, things need to make sense. So let's go on, people, now and see this follow-up question that they're asking. But it's not really the follow-up, but it will require you the information above. So it will need you to stretch your mind. It will need you to really analyze. So this one, mark, people, unfortunately, it needed you an extra mental work. But don't worry, you're here. So it will make sense of things. So remember, now that they're saying calculate what, people? Calculate or determine what? The value of the maximum value, the maximum value of this sequence. So this sequence that you're given is this one. This sequence that you're given is this one, people. It's this one. That's the sequence that you're given. So you're asked to calculate its maximum value. But now I want you to note something, people. I really want you to note something. I want you to note something. Is that, people, here from our previous video, remember we managed to get our values here, people. Remember, we managed to get our values, how to really go about finding this sequence. So please make it a point that you do watch those videos, people. So it's not really, by the way, a repetition, but it's information that we'll use to find the answer that follows. So the value that we get here, 100 minus 72 was our 28, and then 220 minus 100 is going to be 20, and then 136 minus 120 is going to be your 12, and then if you go on, it's going to be your 4. And then that's when then I believe 20 minus this one is going to be 12 minus, you can see that is going to be your 8. And remember, we are working with a quadratic sequence in this case. So this means, people, we expect to find the first different, that is not constant, and the second different, that is what? Constant. Can you see that? So this is information just from the previous data, or previous questions that we know. So check out now that the how do you link this question and the previous information. So people, mathematics, I hope you really check that information is getting mathematics papers are getting advanced. And the bad part about all of this is that our education system is left behind. So our teachers are left behind. So that's another challenge that we are going to be facing. So make sure, people, that you think, so you don't just do maths for the sake of repetition. They say do a lot of question papers. There's a benefit of doing that, but trust me that these question papers, especially the last 3 years final exams, they require you a level of critical thinking. So make it a point, people, that as much as you do questions, make sure you get to understand that there is something that must happen. You can know through repetition, but the understanding, you need to develop it, because this type of question, they require a lot of understanding, a lot of thinking. So let's go on. Check this. This question is that now they are saying we must calculate what? The maximum value of this sequence. And this one. So this is our sequence. Our sequence is negative 28. Oh, pardon. Negative 23 and 5 and 25. Pardon my writing, people. And then 37 and so on. So they are saying calculate what, people? The maximum value. So usually, people, of this sequence, so the tip that I'm going to give is that you must know with the only pattern or sequence that has maximum values. In this case, for you, grade 12 high school learners, it's only what, people? It's only quadratic. So definitely, surely, people, when we test using the information that we know about quadratic, I believe good. So it's we quadratic. So let's go on. So that's it, people. Let's go and find and just investigate what type of sequence is this one. 5 minus negative 23, this is 28. Then 25 minus 5, this is 20. And then 37 minus 25, it's going to be your 12. Yeah, it's going to be your 12. And then going on, can see with the first difference is not constant, people. Let's check the second difference. 20 minus 28 is going to be your negative 8, and then 12 minus 20, and then you got also 8. So you can see with okay, this one is our quadratic sequence, people. We're content about that because we are having what? A second constant difference. A second difference that is constant. So let's get it on, people. So check this now, people. Okay, so they've asked us the question that remember, I know people, some of you maybe might be asking themselves, oh, Prof, this is 1 mark, there's no much to do. But remember, people, I'm teaching you how to think. So this is the thinking part. So what you have to realize is that, people, from your previous question and this question, the previous question information has this, and the question that they ask us what is totally the maximum value of this one. And the maximum value of this one, people, we need to find it. So check this, is that if you really check the values that are here, people, with second difference, and the values that you find the second differential sequence lays 2, people, they are the same. It's same thing. On the first difference, but I'm making mistake, people. The first difference, ama-patterns wakhona ayafana, ama-number patterns. And on the second sequence, people, nakhona, can you see with these values are still the same? Can you see that they're still the same? So definitely analysis is the same. So can you see that, people? Can you see that? That this and this is the same. That this and this is the same. This and this is the same. So definitely, if it's a extended, definitely it was fun. So if you can check that also, the value for 8 ilona, we have found value 8 by fun. We can see that again, people. So this means that there is some form of a relationship here, people, that we need to establish, that will help us with this tolerate answer directly without any hassle. So you needed that thing to realize, oh, the first difference of this sequence is the same as the first difference of this sequence. Same thing with their constant difference. So now, people, lentole, what does it mean to you? Ooh, it means that, people, okay, it means that the value of A will be the same. It means the value of A will be the same, people, because you will take 2A equating 1 and 8, meaning the value of A will be the same. Wow, okay. And then what else that is going to be the same, people? Definitely, people, we know the value of B will be the same because we are going to equate to the same value with 28. Remember from the previous video, when you want to find the value for A, so 2A is equal to negative 8. The constant difference. And then mafunu B, so 3A plus B is equal to the first term of the first difference, which is 28 in this case. So can you see with it, I'm going to equate it into is finite. So I'm going to get is finite. The only difference, people, here is that the value of ubani C, the value of C will be different. That's the only thing, people, that will be different, because the equator A plus B plus C to negative 23 here. But here equator to bani to 72. So the value of A and this one, the value of A and B will be the same because we're going to be like constructing the same equations. So lentole okay, it means that I'll be able to the only different thing is C now. The only different thing is C. So lentole meaning if I were to take this function, the only thing that will change is C. So usi umina people, usi remember it's our y-intercept. So our y-intercept, people, if the y-intercept, this constant represent our y-intercept. If I take this as a graph, as a quadratic function, so this means graph here, people, it hasn't changed because our value of the only the only thing that changes the graph, the shape of graph, it's this one. It's A and B. C, just move the graphs. Just move the graph. So this means the behavior of my function is the same. The only thing is just the graph is moved. It has moved up and down. So in this case, yes, indeed, it moves really up and down, people. But the behavior is the same. So lento le iminani. Imino ukuthi people, behavior yami iyafana. Meaning I'll reach a maximum point after moving the same rate. So this means, what do I mean? I mean, if in the graph so maybe negative 4 and then negative 2 and then negative 1 and then turning point yami ngibona lapha ku 0 and then 1 2 4. So lento le imina ukuthi people ukuthi ngisuke la ukufika la izofana, like it'll move 1 2 3 4 ukuze ngireche turning point yami. So it's still the same. So this means now people, this behavior inayo izofana. Remember here, move from the first term, move from good people. I moved from my first term, T1, T2. Okay, let me just make this thing very clear for everyone to see. I move from T1, T2, T3, T3, T4. And then my T5, people, was my what? Was my maximum, people. It was my maximum on T5. So this means it's the same thing, nale people, it's T1, T2. Let me tidy this out, people, with your in the sense. So let me imina T1, no T2, T3, T4, and then my T5 will be my maximum. So that's what that means, people. And then now the question is, how can you find T5 without any hassle? Don't worry, people. Remember, go to Wenzani. I need to you always do this. 5 minus this one, 2. Totally different. I need 5 minus this one minus this one minus this one. So we know which, okay, if I continue here, lana ngizothola 4. And then this will be my negative 8. I know that. So to get to 5 wakhona, people, u5 ngizomthola kanjani? Umthola kanje ukuthi le minus this is equal to this. So meaning it's T5 minus this ngithola le. So meaning to get this, ngizomele ngithi this one plus this one ngizothola le. Just like that. Negative 23 plus this one, or 5. 5 plus 20, or 25. 25 plus 12, or totally. Then 37 plus 4, or totally. So meaning 37 plus 4 is going to be what? 41. So that's the answer, people. So I just wanted to explain that thing. Guti kumele upapame. Kumele upapame people nyantel. So our answer is 41 because it's 37 plus this one is equal to 41. I hope people it makes sense. I don't want to make this video too long, people. Let me quickly go to the last question. So remember, people, you can always, if you're not sure or see like success elaborate further, make sure you do contact us, people. I believe that the information will be also be found description below, and people. So let me quickly do this, people. Nice one, very quick one. But it determines the value of x in the interval. This one, meaning between 0 and 90, for which the sequence will be arithmetic. So this means you're given this sequence, people, and then but sfunene value x tina, so that x lie between la. Sifuni value x so that but lo x lo kumele lie between 0 and 90. Under these conditions, under the conditions that this sequence, people, it's an arithmetic. So what do you know about arithmetic? We know the first difference is constant. That's what we know. So we'll use that information. So it's going to be negative 11, 2 sine 3x to sine 3x, and then your 15. So this means if you have been told that this is what, people, is arithmetic. So this means this is what you do. You find the constant difference, meaning 2 sine 3x minus negative 11. So this means I'm going to say 2 sine 3x minus in negative 11. And then the second term, the second difference is 2, people, then not really the second difference, but the second value of the different corner. So by 15 minus this one. I need, people, meaning so about 15 minus 2 sine 3x. And then what do you know? You know under arithmetic is that 2 sine 3x, people, and then this one will be your plus 11. They are both equal because the first difference, yenzeni, people, equal. That's what you know. We know that the first difference, yenzeni, people, equal. That's what we know. So because in arithmetic, and then you just solve this formula, people. You just solve this formula by applying your algebraic skills, people. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this positive 11 in transposing in the upper, and take this negative 2 sine 3x in the upper. Are you with me, people? And then remember, when you transpose, the signs do change. So this means if I take this, I'm going to be having 2 sine 3x plus 2 sine 3x. And then it's going to be, if I take this, transposing up, remember, I'm 15. If I take this, it's over negative 11 to the other side, is over negative. And then this one, you just, like terms. So this means I'm going to add directly. So it's going to be my 4 sine 3x, and then it's going to be equal to, this one is going to be what? I'm making a mistake, sorry. It's going to be 5 minus 11 is going to be your what? Your 4. And then you just solve now, people. This divide by 4 both sides, and then you have what, people? You have your sine 3x is going to be equal to your 1. And then you must figure out what you need to do, people. Remember, in order for you to solve something like this, people, you have to use your calculator, arctan. I'm an arc sign in this case. I need, people. So this means I'm going to apply my inverse corner, people. But in this case, I just use arc sign. So this means I'm going to say 3x, and then I'm going to assign other one. Can you see that, people? Exactly. So just to confirm, good thing it's a mistake. And then what do I get, people, is that by pressing this on a calculator, I'm going to get 90. And then I get to divide by 3. And then this divides, and then my x value is equal to my 30 degrees, people. And what did I get, people? I got, indeed, a value between 0 and 90. So that makes sense, people. I hope, people, this question really help you with any idea of how the questions are going to be asked. So remember, I'll be closing out the series. My question here last year, people, last year November, the recent question. So I just want to give you an idea what to expect going forward, people. So, people, I don't want to make this video too long. please like and share the video, and just keep on supporting the channel, people. Manqanqa signing out, people.